Welcome to the 17th edition of the Mosconi Cup from the York Hall in London's East End. We're in the evening session of Day 3. After two pairs matches where the American team gained a narrow lead only to see Team Europe fight their way back to level, the overall match score is 6-all. Now it's singles play where Yorkshire's Darren Appleton is taking on 2009 Mosconi Cup MVP Dennis Hatch of the USA. Commentators Jim Weich and Jay Halfert are watching the lag.
Appleton on the right, Dennis Hatch on the left. America versus USA. 12 matches, nothing between them. 6 apiece.
USA win the lag.
USA just win the lag. So Hatch from Buffalo, New York, plays at Bison Billiards.
Raised to 5 racks.
Will
First
crack
rack,
open
USA to break.
the 9-ball rack in the first of a possible 9.
He's kind of instilled himself as the villain for Team USA this week.
Settle down now, please.
And that's a role that he embraces, Jay. I remember playing Dennis Hatch one time as he breaks in the first rack in a tournament in Buffalo. I had just come back from England. I was still playing professional snooker. And he laid the cue down on the table and said, "I'm just curious which one of us here is from Buffalo." He doesn't mind being the villain, even at home.
Right,
But what a
settle down,
talent
please.
he
I'm not
is.
shouting the whole way through this match. As soon as the player puts his hand on the table, you be quiet and give them respect.
Michaela Tabb lays down the law.
The authoritative figure of Michaela Tabb, the best known Q Sport referee in the world. And when she says jump, you say how high. Is that a mistake from Hatch? I think this one goes.
You know, Jimmy, there's 500 people packed into this York Hall, and I think half of them are in various stages of inebriation right now. It's more like a football crowd than a pool crowd. But I love them. I love this audience. Long, long shot here.
Mistake from the U.S. Open champion Darren Appleton.
It wasn't really a full ball he had there. He had to hit the edge of that one.
It's a chance for Dennis. Position isn't straightforward. The 2's in the middle of the table.
You know, Jimmy, it's amazing what a difference it makes racing to 5 as opposed to racing to 6. It seems like a lot. 2 misses back to back. The first 2 matches, 1 mistake was all it took. Here we've got 2 mistakes, and we're still in the first game. Can he see this one ball?
He's delighted to get back out of his chair so soon.
He's going to have to play safe off the edge of the ball, bring the cue ball down.
Now, a lot of people may not be aware of this, but last year, Darren Appleton and Dennis Hatch played a big money match in Las Vegas. Hatch ended up beating him. That was a long race, Jay.
Race to 100.
Yeah.
Dennis won 100 to 83. A lot of money bet on that match. I don't even want to say how much. Let's just say it was big money. So these guys will put their money where their mouth is.
But it also establishes that there's a history.
Yeah, Darren's been wanting to play him again. He wants Dennis to come to England. Well, look, Dennis is here now. Get it on. There's some money at line here. The winning team's going to pick up 75 grand. No small bananas. He's going to have to kick at this ball. Again, this is one of those situations, Jimmy, where I think he's got to kick 2 rails. End rail, side rail, into the 1. Ideally, he'd knock the 1 down table and the cue ball would stay behind the 4. That's the ideal outcome. exposed a little bit there.
Well, looking at the body language from Darren Appleton as he leaves the table, he slumped his shoulders. He believes Hatch can see this ball and enough to make it.
When you see the players leaning down like that, they're looking to see if they've got an opening. Pool is a game of minute fractions of an inch sometimes, and this is one of those times. Very tactical first game, guess has become.
Dennis not happy. He's let Darren see it.
All he can do is try to make a return safety. Successfully done. But you see, even though the cue ball is impeded by the 9 ball here, you see what Dennis is doing? This is a big ball to hit. This is not a hard ball to hit. Dennis wants to hit the bottom of the 1 ball, though. Wow, that's even better. Just kick it right in.
Worth another look. And position to the 2.
He pretty much silenced the crowd with that shot. Now, can Dennis capitalize? Dennis is 40 years old, as you said, from Buffalo, New York. He's the reigning Jaws Tour champion. He's won 57 events on that tour in 7 years.
Yeah, tour in the northeastern United States. He doesn't travel nearly as much as a lot of the other top U.S. players. Stays pretty close to home with his family, and a gifted player, though. We've known about Dennis even in the Toronto area. Seems like forever.
Well, he looks pretty good right now to finish this first rack.
And always important to get that first rack under your belt. And Hatch looks like securing it. Embraces the pressure. Knocks the 9 in. It's a 1-0 advantage to Team USA. Clenched fist from Nick Varner. Morris in attendance, as are all the American fans right behind Dennis.
There's a little small contingent of Americans all grouped together there.
Yeah, they've come over with a little bit of support, haven't they, Team USA? Nothing like what has come to support Team Europe, though. That's on a different level.
I think that cheer when Ralph Souquet made the winning 9 ball in the last match was the loudest one I ever heard. It's well over 100 decibels.
Well, that one was with USA's break, so Dynamite looking at the rack.
Thank you. The second
As you
rack.
see a packed house here at York
Break,
Hall.
trailing by 1 rack to 0.
A chance to make amends here with his break. 1-0 USA.
This break looks real good.
Cue ball just got kicked. I think he can see enough of the 2.
Well, let's see if he leans down to look at it. That's what he's doing. Boy, he didn't want that kiss there.
But the 4 has gone into a safe position, Jay. Even though the 2 and the 3 may be available, that 4 on the left-hand side, just above the cue ball. Well, position's going to have to be negotiated to get to it. That's what Darren is concerned with. So right now, he's so concerned about position, the angle that he wants on that 3 to be able to attack that 4.
He's got just enough, good camera angle there. He's got just enough to make that 2 ball.
There's your problem ball.
Remember, he's made a couple successful bank shots cross side already. You know, Jimmy, I think he wanted to come back far enough to shoot the 3 in the end and break out the 4 and 6.
Well, now assuming he doesn't play that shot, Jay, he's going to go up table and have to bring the cue ball back down towards the 4. Off one cushion and try and develop that 4.
He still wants to shoot that 3 up in the end. It's, as you can see, the cue ball will go into that 4 ball.
That's exactly what he's doing. 3 into the left corner. Tougher shot, bigger rewards. What a shot from Appleton. Beautifully negotiated. Couldn't have played that any better. This one I really expected to be as close as you could possibly.
Wow.
Darren. Lazy. He just got lazy. He got down and didn't give the shot the attention it deserved.
Well, he was more concerned with the position there. And you know what we always say, you got to make the ball first.
Jay, I talked earlier about spinning the cue ball and how the people at home may not be aware you have to allow for that deflection. In that case, I think playing that soft side spin is what caused the miss. And what a bad miss it is.
That's the first real mistake I've seen Darren make. Well, he did make one the first game. Dennis Hatch is about ready to pull ahead 2-0 here. We're only racing to 5, you know.
Well, I'll tell you, Dennis Hatch is also the type of player with all that emotion. He's a big man. He actually went into boxing for a period of time. Believe it or not, the same person that managed Dennis Hatch managed Muhammad Ali, Angelo Dundee. A lot of people don't know that.
And you know, Darren was an amateur boxer too.
But he does carry some emotion and packs quite a punch with his pool game.
Darren's trying to figure out what happened there.
Rack 3, USA to break, leading by 2
That
racks
careless
to 0.
error on the 6th ball might prove costly for Darren Appleton.
And the break, rack number 3, Appleton's got to forget that miss. One into the side. He needs that 2 to jump.
What Dennis was doing, he wanted the 2 ball to come down and freeze on the rail. Because if it's frozen on the rail, you can spin it in. If it's off the rail, it's a much harder shot.
You know, it looks like Dennis is absolutely zoned in right now, Jay. His face, we saw signs of this last year at the MGM Grand. That's a bad effort. That's a very weak effort from Hatch.
He was trying to shoot the 2 ball all the way down to the end rail. It just didn't get there.
The crowd's letting him know it.
Now can Darren atone for his error last game?
The atmosphere here at York Hall is beyond belief. Electric.
You know, he missed in the same pocket.
Hatch came to the table. He could see the cue ball was tracking back in behind that color. But what a bad miss again. This is not the Darren Appleton we expected or that we saw earlier.
You know what happens when you miss a ball, Jimmy? You begin to doubt yourself.
Very true, Jay, and I think that's exactly what Darren is living now.
Settle down, please.
In real time.
Dennis was shooting at the 9 there.
A little bit of desperation.
I think it was a little bit of overconfidence. He played that 2-9 combination.
Well, he's brought Darren Appleton again out of his chair after a bad miss, and So easy to forget the miss when you come back to the table so soon. All you need to do is look at each player's face to get an idea of how much pressure is out there.
There's really no event in pool like this, Jimmy.
Poor shot from Appleton there, yet again. And if he attacks, I think he's going to have to bank this, Jay.
That's his only option here, is to bank at one rail in the corner. Bring the cue ball down for the 6. He shot at it. Well, the good news is he didn't leave much for Dennis. The bad news is Darren can't seem to run out now.
Well, I'm looking right behind this. I'm right in line with it. Dennis Hatch cannot see enough of this 5 to make it. He can hit it dead on, but unless he jacks up and tries to either spin that cue ball a bit or get it airborne, he cannot see enough of this 5.
He's jumping the edge of the 9 here. 2 rails.
One down, another one of equal difficulty yet to come.
Pretty strange match so far, Jimmy, after the good play we've seen in the first 2 matches.
But I'll tell you what, Jay, the significance of the match hasn't diminished at all. This is just an example of the pressure. Pure and simple, big-time pressure.
You notice he made that tough 6 ball in the same pocket that Darren just missed 2 balls in. And the shot he made was much tougher than the ones Darren missed. Big lead right now.
Grinding out a win is Dennis Hatch for Team USA, 3-0.
Welcome back to the Mosconi Cup in London's York Hall. Dennis Hatch from Buffalo, New York is leading the charge for Team USA, holding a 3-0 lead over Europe's Darren Appleton, who's about to break in front of Jim Weich and Jay Helfer.
Settle down.
Rack number 4, 3-0 to the USA.
Legal break. Look at this, the 8's going to come down and block the 2 ball. Darren's in a push-out situation now, and this is going to be a very tricky little piece of strategy he's got to come up with here.
Yeah,
where does he put the cue ball?
You're right about that. He can just get through to the edge of this too, Jay.
Maybe if he can see the edge of that, yeah, you know what? Come off the edge of 2, try to put the cue ball behind the 3 somehow.
Yeah, you really can't see any rewards in pushing out here. I think he's got to try and feather this and get behind that 3. Well, how about that, Jay? That works.
And that's the pocket that he had so much trouble with.
Yeah, I got to be honest, from the camera angle we had, I didn't think this shot was possible. It looked like it was over 90 degrees. What a shot from Appleton there. Well, that's how you turn things around.
That shoulder rub did him some good.
Still got work to do.
Not an easy rack here. You see the 5 is tied up between the 7 and the 8.
No,
It's actually surrounded by 3 balls.
If the 5 passes the 9, that's what Darren's looking at. I almost think he has to play this 4 into the side pocket. It does go.
Nice camera work there.
So if he can play this into the side pocket, negotiate the speed, cue ball off the top cushion, and the cue ball should finish very near the side pocket that he's intending this for.
Each player has one extension of 30 seconds per rack. Darren just took his, excuse me. He missed that ball.
Yeah, you overcut it, Jay.
Again, he got perfect position.
He's struggling, Darren. He really does not have control of his emotions or his game right now.
Europe just can't seem to find a way to get one game ahead in this match. Or one match ahead, I should say.
Extension.
Now the same problem for Dennis Hatch, though. Unless he wants to just slow roll this into the side, Jay, he's going to have to take that cue ball up table. Position from the 5 to the 6. Not straightforward either.
He doesn't have to worry about making the 4 ball. He knows that's going in. This is okay.
Beautiful.
Dennis has got a lot of confidence right now. He knows his opponent is weak.
I think he might have hit the 8 there. I'm not too sure he didn't hit the 8 first. Why would the 8 move? I'll tell you what, I'd like to see the replay on this. Watch. Why would the 8 move?
He made it.
Geez, I'll tell you, Jay.
It looked like he was trying to play the 5-9 combination. And we could see that the 5 would pass.
That was close. Either way, it's Appleton at the table.
With all 4 balls hanging. I don't know what happened there. That shot looked like it went off in his hand.
The 5 went. I thought he was going to draw off the 7 back up for the 6.
He played the 5-9 combination and just hit it badly.
Again, a touch of desperation for me. And Appleton has to capitalize this time. He cannot let Hatch get off with these misses.
Unlike you, I'd like to see that shot again. I have no idea what he did there. The 5 and 9 ball was the strange shot. And now Darren is going to get on the board, his first game in the match.
And an important one, Jay. 3-1 to Team USA. But it's so vital to get the crowd into it a little bit here for Europe. Even though it's a 3-1 deficit they face, momentum can swing on one shot. In this case, the missed combination attempt at the 9 from Dennis Hatch.
See,
Watch it again.
He's shooting the 5-9 combination.
Oh, it's so close. Again, where that 8 is going, you'd almost want to see this in slow motion. Desperately close to hitting that 8 first.
Yeah, but the 8 comes uphill. See that? That's why you know it's a good hit.
I disagree. I disagree with you, Jay. I don't think that 8 comes uphill at all. I think only in slow motion could you tell. I think you always give the player the benefit of the doubt, but I don't think that went under 90 degrees. I think that might well have been a foul. Either way, rack number 5, 1 into the side, 3 into the side.
But 2 is going down to the end rail. This is the problem players been having all night tonight, is they're making good breaks and they can't. They're making the 1 on the side. They cannot get position on that 2 ball.
Thank you.
Jerry Forsyth was saying that the break just has not been favorable to the breaker. And I don't know whether he's left a path to the 2 here.
Well, Dennis has played a successful safety, as you can see.
Looking at the kick off the right-hand cushion.
Extension.
Boy, this is a big shot here. Just when it looks like Darren is starting to gain a little bit of momentum. How important is it here, Jay, now that he gets this safe?
Well, you can see what he's looking at. He's looking to go 2 rails, end rail, side rail, and kick into the 2. Yeah, I like that. Good diagram. Can he follow? He followed those lines.
But he's left it, Jay. He's left a chance for Hatch. Nice angle on the 4, 5 in the same end of the table.
6 and the 7. Both up table.
We'll see if Dennis can try and rein in his emotions here, because he's let loose a couple times. He's flailed at a few very low percentage shots, certainly in our opinion. Mind you, Poole, the nature of the game, Jay, it looks good when it goes good, doesn't it? It's when it goes bad, then you question it. Hindsight's always 20/20.
It's almost like these guys are playing on too much adrenaline this match. Dennis seemed to have calmed himself down. You know, Jimmy, you can get too hyped up.
I think that's exactly the case here for both of them. I think Dennis is so hyped up that it's visible. I think Darren is so hyped up and he's so concerned with keeping his emotions in check that it's affected his game.
Well, the crowd's moaning, but this is not bad.
Thank you.
And the 9 to get Dennis Hatch to the hill.
Looks like he's going in the side pocket here.
He did, and it did. 4-1, Hatch over Darren Appleton. And look at Darren Appleton's face. It says it all. Hatch knows one more vital rack. But 4-1 means nothing in the Mosconi Cup. The first 2 matches were both 4-1 leads. The first one by Team Europe went down to defeat. The second one by Team Europe almost went down to defeat. This time it's USA with a 4-1 lead.
That's a huge lead when you're playing alternate breaks, though. You know, Jimmy, ever since that first game, when Darren overcut that 6 ball, things have gone wrong for him in this match.
Settle down now, please. Thank you.
Appleton had not lost before the evening session here. He was 4-1 ahead with his partner Nick Vandenberg up against Dennis Hatch and Van Boning. Lost 5-4. Now he trails 4-1 here to the Hatchet Man, but that's a handy break.
This is his best break of the match right here. He must capitalize on this good break shot. Anything less than a run out right now, it's just not satisfactory. He's okay.
Well, he's okay for now, but there's a long ways to go. This is an uphill battle for Darren Appleton.
Where was he going there? You know, it looks like he could have just drawn up table a little ways and shot the 5 in the side.
Jay hasn't convinced me yet that he can put it together and string 4 racks.
Well, that was kind of
succession.
Careless. Yeah, that was kind of careless position. He can shoot the 5 down in the end. Spin the cue ball over for the 6.
Well, that's a confident shot.
Yeah, he put a good stroke on that ball.
That's the sort of shot Darren Appleton needs. Those are the type of shots I'm used to seeing from him. Thumping them to the back of the pockets. Suke, Johan in the middle, and Carl Boys.
I particularly enjoyed the Christmas carols to Carl in the last match. Darren can pull within 2 games here. He's definitely not out of this match.
You can say that again. We've seen evidence of that in the first 2 this evening. And this is without a doubt the best Darren Appleton has looked. But he's got to keep this form. And what's more is he knows Dennis Hatch has the break in the next. So he's got to break serve at least twice to get through. Johan Rushink again, just letting his man know, stay positive. You've got the game, just put it on the table.
Welcome back to the 17th edition of the Mosconi Cup. Despite Team Europe's Darren Appleton having fought back from 3-0 down, American Dennis Hatch holds a commanding 4-2 advantage. He needs just one more rack to give the Americans a 7-6 overall match lead. Commentary from Jim White and Jay Helford.
Thank you.
Nothing down.
That was a weak break there.
A legal one, but Appleton can see the one.
Dennis turns and looks at Rodney Morris like, what happened there? You see, 6 balls didn't even get past the side pocket. Not a strong break by Dennis Hatch. The score in this event is 6-6. First team to win 11 matches will win the Mosconi Cup.
And played to a conclusion tomorrow. We've still got one more match to go tonight. Good containing shot from Appleton there. Well, that just buys time. I don't think Dennis Hatch is going to like his next shot either.
Don't use that phone, please. Thank you.
I think we're going to see Darren leave the cue ball behind the 5 here. I like that one.
You know what, Jay? I don't think he wanted to leave that over the side pocket, though. If Dennis can get through to that right-hand cushion, he's got a cook here, or a kick at this, and
I didn't think he left enough room, but perhaps. Let's see. Well, he did good to hit it.
got a result.
The 1 and 2 are now tied up.
Got a result there, Hatch. Can Dennis get through to the left edge of this one? If he can travel with the cue ball and try and find cover.
Looks like he's shooting a little bit of a half masse here to get to it. Yeah, he did. This might be good. No. He wanted to get that cue ball tied up against the 4, and it failed. So Darren wins the safety battle. Now can he win the shooting war? He's got to make this first ball.
Beautifully struck. Held the cue ball nicely.
Ever since he took that little break and got the shoulder rub and the little encouraging pep talk, he's looked like himself again. This is the Darren Appleton we saw the first 2 days.
Just didn't seem fair, did it, when it was so one-sided, because these two players are so evenly matched. And they're both warriors.
You know, Jimmy, you alluded to it earlier. You know, Dennis won a big match against Darren earlier this year, and psychologically, that does make a difference.
little angle here on the 6, I think. Try and get the cue ball closer to the 7. But the 8,
he can draw straight back, Jimmy.
Yeah, where it's situated, Jay, this is pretty straightforward.
Yeah. You see, you draw the ball with right English, and when it hits the rail, it spins to the left. This is basically a stop shot. Just shoot the 7, stop the cue ball. Shoot the 8 in the side. That's it. If he gets out here, he's breaking to tie up the match.
Means nothing, does it?
Doesn't appear to tonight.
Straight through the heart of the pocket. 4-3. Appleton has recovered from the early jitters and back on track. He breaks in the next. And Hatch is going to have to sit in his chair and watch. Hope for a chance.
Well, Darren's brought this crowd back into the match, man. They're up on their feet now.
Darren knows there's still a ways to go, but he's starting to show some form, something to believe in.
It's been 8 years since the Mosconi Cup was played at York Hall. In 2002, Team Europe won the Mosconi Cup right here. Can they do it again? Once again, good break, but no shot at the 2.
Another look at it. Wing ball down, 1 ball.
If you can
3
see
balls.
Jimmy, if you can see the edge of the 2, I think he'll try to bank it to the end rail to the left with the cue ball going to the right. He wants the cue ball all the way up table here. Hopefully behind those 2 balls. Looks like he did it. Yes, he did. Excellent safety.
A complete transformation. And we've witnessed it here with Darren Appleton. I think he believes again.
Dennis is going to jump this ball. He's not jumping trying to make it. He's just jumping trying to hit it.
Thank you.
Pretty good result there.
Well, what Darren would like to do is knock the 2 ball away and hide the cue ball behind that 7. Not sure how easy that will be to accomplish.
Just having a look at it. Got to be mindful of the shot clock. 30 seconds. Each player allowed 1 extension per rack.
Extension.
Darren quickly takes his. That buzzer basically giving you the 5-second warning. So Jay, you think he's just going to try and pull over here and try and hide behind the 7 with the white?
I think he's going to try to hold it. Yeah, you got it. You called it, kid. Good job, White.
And look at the result, Jay. Deserved that.
Once again, this time he forces Dennis to kick at the 2 ball off the end rail. I don't know if you can see the edge of this ball. He couldn't. Boy, what a critical error that was at this juncture in the match.
Nothing comes easy in the Mosconi Cup.
Well, we know that.
Yeah, we don't need a replay there. I mean, you can't possibly overstate how each match has just gone with different stories, from the first to the second to the third. it looks like one team has been in control and the other has just snatched it right away. And in this case, all of a sudden, Appleton,
He looked like he was dead.
wow, he looks like the favorite now.
All 3 matches tonight, one team is behind 4-1 and caught up.
Thank you. I'll do the shushin if you don't mind.
And 4-3 in favor of Hatch. Looking at the 7 is Darren Appleton to take it to a double hill match, our 3rd in succession. Dennis Hatch will have the break. And it tells you that the lag was big. And once again, it's going to be one rack, a massive rack yet again.
In the cauldron atmosphere of London's York Hall, Team Europe's Darren Appleton fights back from 3-0 and 4-1 down to level at 4-all. Can the Yorkshireman complete a comprehensive comeback over the Hatchet Man from New York State? 9th and decisive rack after the break. Welcome back to the Mosconi Cup, where Team Europe are on a high. An unbelievable evening session on day 3 of the 17th Mosconi Cup has seen the Americans take the lead, only to be pegged back by the Europeans. Now at 6 apiece overall, Dennis Hatch and Darren Appleton face the 9th and final rack of their singles encounter. 9-ball just doesn't get any better.
Unbelievable drama unfolding here once again.
What a night this has been.
Thank you. Final
We got another match yet to go.
I keep saying that this is the biggest rack in the Mosconi Cup. Once again, this is the biggest rack to this point in the Mosconi Cup. For the lead, 6-6 stands, one rack for 1 point. Wing ball down.
No shot on the 4 here.
Long chance at the 1. And then the next ball, as you mentioned, Jay, the 4. Very tough to get position to the 4.
He does have a look at that 1 ball. Talk about pressure. This is it.
Gee, that's a great shot. Under the circumstances, huge. You heard Nick Varner bring it home. The Mosconi Cup, named after one of the great all-time American champions, Willie Mosconi. America, the defending Mosconi Cup champions.
You know, it feels like the same kind of pressure these guys face when they have to win 1 game to win a major tournament.
Just incredible stuff, though. And all of a sudden, Dennis Hatch looks like he's lassoed his emotions, hasn't he?
Reset the clock,
He's slowed down,
you
Jay.
can't interrupt him when he's on the table. The next person that does that seriously will be watching from home. I'm not having it anymore.
Once again, Michaela Tabb calls order.
Start the clock.
But Hatch has slowed down every ball.
That's where he wants to get, right on that line where he laid his cue. That's where he wants the cue ball.
This might be overhit.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Jay, I'm not too sure. I don't think he can see this 8. And he can't. He's overhit it. And his reaction causes the fans to cheer.
Boy, what a mental blunder that was, Jimmy.
He's just called for his extension, Jay.
I don't think he can spin that. He's trying to do it. This is like a half masse with a lot of left English.
Thank you.
No reason for him to leave himself snookered on this 8. He had plenty of room to work.
This ball can be missed, let me tell
That's
you.
enough, please. Reset the clock.
Thank you.
He's going for his jump cue.
Start the clock.
Nope. He just couldn't spin that ball enough, Jimmy.
I don't think the Americans can believe it. It looked like Hatch was home and dry. Just played it with a bit too much speed, Jay. Didn't let the spin take.
Well, the adrenaline was pumping a little too hard.
And
Dennis has got nobody to blame but himself, Jimmy.
Oh, you got to feel for him, though.
Thank you.
He is talking to himself right now.
Extension.
But he hasn't left Darren Appleton a sitter. This is far from over the pocket.
Well, he should be glad he gets another turn at the table. He's going to shoot the 8 in the top left pocket here.
Just resetting. Top left, and he's taking the cue ball into the 9.
Looks good. Looks good. It is good.
Not since the first match has Europe enjoyed the lead, and Darren Appleton has fought back from 4-1 down, and once again Europe is in front, shakes the hand of Dennis Hatch, but the celebration for a huge win, Team Europe. If you didn't know better, you'd think Darren Appleton just won the lottery.
Amazing scenes at the York Hall. Who says 9-ball is just a pub game? So, a stunning and emotional comeback by Yorkshire's Darren Appleton puts America's hatchet man to the sword. That amazing victory also gives Team Europe a 7-6 advantage, their first overall lead since the opening match of the contest. It's been a fantastic exhibition of 9-ball pool at the York Hall, and there's still more to come. Pairs action where 30-year-old Dutchman Nick van den Berg, together with London-born Mika Immonen, take on the 33-year-old Prince of Pool, Corey Dewell, who partners Shane Van Boning.